The first thing that you need to know is that bubble tea is delicious. In fact, a life without bubble tea is just not worth living. And as this diagram clearly states here and scientifically proves, a diet without tea means you might possibly die. Let's go through this and have a deeper look. Here you can see the clean diet. Now this is what most people think of when they talk about a diet. You're only allowed to eat unprocessed foods, which unfortunately means that there is no bubble tea, as bubble tea is processed. And it brings us back to the problem, okay, of a diet without tea means you will die. Next, let's move on to the raw food diet, one of the most trendy diets recently, okay, and one that's been made very, very popular. Unfortunately, there's no cooked foods. And as we all know, that tea is heated before it's made, which means no bubble tea, which brings us back to the same problem of a diet without a tea could possibly result in us dying. Next, let's move on to one of the most popular ones in the last 10 years, the low-carb diet. Okay? Now, the low-carb diet means you have no starch, or very little starch, no sugar, and it unfortunately also means you have no rainbow jelly. Okay? And that means you have no bubble tea, which brings us back to the age-old question of a diet without tea means you may possibly die. Next, let's move on to the paleo diet, probably one of the most popular diets made popular by CrossFit. Okay? Now, this diet allows you to only eat paleo-era food. The unfortunate problem was that bubble tea was not around in that era, which means no bubble tea, which brings us back to the paleo question of, what do you do on a diet without no tea? You die. Next, this is probably one of the most favorite, most popular, and longest standing diets in the world. That's the meal plan diet, or the shake diet. Okay? You're allowed set meals only, or shakes only. Is bubble tea a shake? No, it's not. And that unfortunately means on this diet, there is no bubble tea, which brings us back to the question of, what do you do on a diet without tea? The answer, my friend, is very, very simple.